There is a reason why we tend to feel sleepy at the same time each night, and why, if we don't set an alarm, we tend to get up around the same time every morning. Our bodies tend to prefer to adhere to regular sleep schedules, which is important for getting the high-quality sleep we require, but there are certain outside influences that can cause us to go to sleep at an undesired time, disrupting this cycle. Today, we'll be discussing how to fix and regulate your sleep schedule so that you can fall asleep at the right time and wake up at the right time, feeling refreshed and energized, ready to tackle the day ahead. A common strategy when fixing faulty sleep patterns is to go to sleep 15 minutes earlier every day until you go to bed at the correct time. The problem with this strategy is that unless you are tired enough, you will probably just toss and turn in bed. In order to get to the root cause of the issue, it's important to understand what triggers your body to wake up or go to sleep. This mechanism is known as your circadian rhythm, which is just a fancy way of saying your internal clock. There are certain times of the day where your body is designed to release specific hormones, and the circadian rhythm is what determines the timing of hormone production. When you feel yourself struggling to stay awake in the evening, your eyes are closing, and you're nodding off, this is because your body is releasing melatonin. Your body keeps releasing melatonin throughout your sleep cycle until you wake up, when your body starts to produce a different hormone, cortisol. Cortisol is what makes us feel alert and energetic throughout the day. So our circadian rhythm controls these two hormones. It is also important to stop drinking caffeine by 2 p.m. The reason for this is simple. The reason why caffeine gives us that feeling of mental alertness and focus is because caffeine inhibits adenosine by binding onto the adenosine receptors in the brain. Adenosine is another hormone that your body naturally produces throughout the day. Adenosine is an important hormone in sleep regulation. It inhibits the neurons in the brain and produces tiredness and is at its highest production at around 16 hours of staying awake. This is where your desire to sleep will be at its peak. The adenosine-inhibiting effects of caffeine has a half-life of 5 hours in healthy individuals, meaning that half of the effect of caffeine will stay in your system for that duration. However, ranges can vary greatly for individuals, ranging from as low as 1.5 hours to as high as 9.5 hours. The body produces cortisol quicker and in larger amounts through the absorption of sunlight, so it's important to get some sunlight as soon as you can in the morning. This doesn't necessarily mean you need to go outside. Sitting by your bedroom window will allow you to absorb all the sunlight you need. Avoid exposure to light right before bed. According to research, being exposed to light at nighttime can cause your body clock to change to a later schedule. Keep in mind that light alerts the brain that it is time to wake up. Avoid bright indoor and outdoor light within 1 to 2 hours of bedtime. This includes light from cell phone, laptop, and TV screens, and keep your surroundings dark at night if you're attempting to get to sleep early. If you do find yourself using an electronic device before bed, it is recommended that you use apps, such as Flux and Twilight, which block out most of the blue light emitted. Another important point is not to drink too much water right before bed. This is because it could cause you to wake up to urinate in the middle of the night, disrupting your sleep cycle, and if you're a person who suffers from chronic sleep deprivation, good luck falling back asleep. If you are feeling a bit tired during the day, do not nap. The act of napping can keep you from falling asleep at night. Instead, plan a short exercise session at times when you feel like napping. This can be as simple as anything from a 15-minute walk up to an intense weight training session. The point is to get your body to produce cortisol and delay the onset of melatonin until nighttime. The activity will make you feel less sleepy. You can then reserve that impulse to sleep for another time. However, while being active during the day generally encourages restful sleep, exercising too soon before bed increases your body temperature, making it harder to fall asleep, and also might keep the body and mind too alert, so avoid exercising within 2 hours before bed. An effective way to lower body temperature and improve sleep is to have a shower 1 to 2 hours before bed. When you exit the shower, the water molecules on your body will start evaporating, consequently lowering your overall body temperature. Once your body gets used to waking up at the right time, I would recommend waking up naturally without an alarm if you can. This is because alarms often wake you up in the middle of a sleep cycle. During sleep, the body goes through multiple sleep cycles. Each cycle consists of 4 stages. A person typically goes through 4 to 6 sleep cycles per night and spends 90 minutes in each sleep cycle. The first stage in each cycle begins with light sleep and ends with rapid eye movement, or REM for short. The first cycle is the lightest sleep, which is when a person shifts from wakefulness to sleep. Stage 1 slows down a person's heart rate, breathing, eye movements, and brain waves, and slightly relaxes muscles. Stage 2 is another cycle of slightly deeper sleep, where the body's core temperature drops, the muscles loosen even more, and the eye movements stop. This stage lasts for around 25 minutes on the first sleep cycle and increases in length for every following sleep cycle throughout the night until you awaken. It accounts for roughly 50% of an adult person's sleep. Stage 3 is what people refer to as deep sleep and is the hardest to awaken from. Heart rate, respiration, and brain waves all normalize at this point. With deep sleep, the opposite of stage 2 happens, where you will experience the longest deep sleep phase on the first sleep cycle and will further shorten in every following cycle afterwards. People often find it hardest to wake up from this stage. If a person wakes up during the deep sleep phase, they tend to feel groggy and experience mental fog for around 30 to 60 minutes. Now, you see how alarm clocks can cause a problem in your levels of mental alertness. This is why oftentimes, people feel the need to drink caffeine in the mornings, despite getting over 8 hours of quality sleep. The final stage of the sleep cycle is the REM sleep. During this stage, the eyes move rapidly from side to side. Breathing speeds up and becomes more irregular during this cycle. REM is the sleep cycle, primarily linked with dreaming, although dreaming can happen in other stages of sleep. During the first sleep cycle, REM sleep lasts for roughly 10 minutes, with each phase being longer as each cycle progresses, taking up to an hour by the time you awaken. If you follow all these steps, and you are still struggling to fix your sleep, you could alternatively supplement with melatonin pills to trigger that sleepy feeling. Melatonin has been shown to help adjust your inner clock. Many people take it to recover quickly from jet lag. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it helps our small channel grow, and stay tuned for weekly health tips and tricks.